Happened a few years ago, but never shared with y'all. So here goes. Dinner with a girl I had been dating for a few weeks. We'll call her S. This was probably the third date. We ate a nice filling meal at Buca di Beppo, a family-style Italian restaurant. Left the restaurant feeling pretty comfortable and was headed towards the movie theater. 3 seconds after leaving the parking structure, the first wave of abdominal blitzkrieg started. Oh shit, I thought, but it was still under control. Usually the first wave is manageable, and we were only about a 10-minute drive from our destination. I'm sorry, but I need to find a place to stop for a second, I explained to S. Fast forward 2 minutes later, second wave. Not good. It was intense, and the spacing between the waves was very worrisome. My record shows that I can usually survive 2 waves. At this point, my rectum was an overinflated balloon of poop slush, and the valiant balloon knot was about to succumb. I knew I had all of about a minute to find a bathroom. Fast. Fortunately, there was a gas station up ahead. Unfortunately, the third wave hits. Started sweating profusely, hands tightly gripping the steering wheel while my poor asshole clenched like a dinghy trying to deter the Spanish Armada. With the last bit of my resolve and sphincter strength, I managed to leave my car, engine running and facing the gas station office and fast-paced it in. Bathroom? Gas station sees me, sees my look of panic, and said the 5 words I least wanted to hear. Sorry, it's out of order. Well, at that point, I had spent the last of my energy holding back the floodgates, and as I walked out, it was all over. Streams and streams of half-liquid shame filled my boxer briefs and began dribbling down both legs, with the headlights of my still-running car pointed directly at me while I did the poop shuffle back towards the car. Poor S was probably not expecting her Friday night to take this unexpected turn of events. I made eye contact with S in the passenger seat, and all I could do was shake my head in embarrassment and complete defeatedness as a failure of a human being. She opened the window as if to ask something, as if she didn't already know, and all I could keep repeating was, "It's out. It came out," as I was still shaking my head and poop shuffling my feet. I started duck waddling toward the dumpster at the back of the gas station and motioned for my lovely date to move my car towards the dumpster so I could get out of my soiled clothes. That went without incident, except for the bright headlights of a too curious Escalade that happened to linger on me a bit longer than necessary. Had to throw out my briefs along with my jeans, but fortunately my shoes were spared. I climbed back into the car, and thankfully she didn't laugh at me or embarrass me further as I asked her to please just drive me home so I can get changed/cleaned up. I was in the back seat, but I didn't want to soil my car, so I had to get on all 4s. Unfortunately, that meant that either way I faced, my ass would be facing a window. We also didn't get very far before the god-awful reeking smell of my desecrated behind started filling the car. It also didn't take very long after that before she started dry heaving, repeatedly. The tinted windows had to come down. I still remember looking over my shoulder past the curve of my untanned rump and seeing the expression of what was probably a very nice older lady in her minivan in the next lane. Her face quickly changed from curiosity to complete shock and disgust after mentally processing the image before her eyes. I didn't even have a chance to mouth the words, "I'm sorry." But I was so very sorry. So, TLDR. Pooped my pants, ruined a date, but ended up being with the girl for many years before we parted ways to reasons unrelated to poop.